Howdy, this is Eddie with another episode of Corn-Fed Bushcraft. Today I'm going to give you the lowdown, the run-through, whatever you want to call it, of the quickest way and the easiest way that I know of to make Bannock in your Dutch oven. Alright, here we have the basic items needed to make a cheap, easy batch of Bannock bread. We have white all-purpose flour, this Clabber Girl baking powder, and just your plain old Morton salt. My batch usually requires 2 cups of flour, 2 spoons of baking powder, half spoon of salt. We mix all the dry ingredients together. We got us a little mixing bowl going on here. As you can see right there in the background, I got some water. We're going to add the water to it as needed. Get a little doughy mixture going on. And I'll get back with you when I get some dough mixed up, and we'll get us some bread going. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do this, mix it all up while it's on camera there so you can see a little bit about the consistency of it. We're going to start out adding just a little bit of water. You don't want to add too much. I mean, you can always add more water. You can't take it away. It's just something to remember. Now, we get this made up into a dough. It's fine to cook just like it is. I personally like to add a few things to it just for flavor. You can add a spoonful of sugar, berries. Today I think I'm going to add some jalapeno and cheese summer sausage. Alright, let's see if you can see that there. Alright, we got a big ball of dough there in the bottom, and it seems to be taking rather nice. So we're going to get our hands in here and get a little dirty for a second. Try and get this kneaded into a little ball. Yeah, see? It's coming out, you know, it's coming out pretty good, making a pretty nice little ball of dough there. Alright. Let's get this, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do my summer sausage and get all that mixed in here before we get too much dough going on, and I'll get back with you. Alright, we got us one nice neat little dough ball there. You can see the little chunks of summer sausage I just added to this. This would be an incredible thing to take out into the field with you. Keep all your dry ingredients in a Ziploc, and maybe kill a squirrel, dove, whatever you can get your hands on in the woods, and just add that little bit of meat to it. Native Americans did this for years. It makes your food go a whole lot further, and keep a little bit of variety in your diet, keep things changing. Alright, we're going to get the Dutch oven set up and get this nice little dough ball in there and get it cooking. Alright, I want to take a brief second to discuss Dutch ovens with you here. People easily pay up to $100 and more for a good Dutch oven. This one here, along with one other one I have over here to the side, was purchased at a yard sale. The guy wanted $50 for 2. They were in a real rough condition. Always open to negotiation. Talked him down a bit. Wound up getting them both on a trade instead of actually paying for them, so it worked out real nice for me. As you can see, you know, it's a little rough, you know, it's been cleaned up, but they work. They last forever. These things go on forever. They can, you know, be used indoors. You know, this is a kitchen model, flat bottom, as you can see there. They make an outdoor model with legs, you know, but with the right setup, you can use these indoor models outside just as easily. You got these lids like this one here. Let me flip this over for you. See those little spikes in there? That's a self-basting setup. That right there allows the moisture off of your food to drip back down onto it and keep your food moist. You know, I've got, like I said, there's another Dutch oven sitting there in my number 12 skillet. I've got 3 of these things, and they're the greatest thing in the world to cook indoors or out, and it's a pan that's going to last you forever. Alright, looks like our pan's starting to get hot. You don't want to get this too hot when you're cooking bread. You will burn the bottom of your bread every time, and unless you're just favorably, you know, really fond of that burnt flavor, which I'm not, go a little bit below medium heat, I like to spray a little oil in the bottom of the pan, a little spoonful of Crisco or something, you know. If that oil starts to smoke, you've got it entirely too hot. And if it's too hot, you got to start over. You got to let it cool down. Just don't get it too hot, because it takes 5 to 10 minutes to get this bread done right without the burnt sides. And in a matter of 2 minutes, if it's too hot, that bread's burnt on the outside and it's gooey on the inside. You know, you're not expected to bite into a jelly donut, you know, when you're wanting a good piece of Bannock. So just something to keep in mind. All right, I'm fixing to get the dough shaped and get it laid in this pan, and I'll be right back with you. Alright, we got our dough shaped. I don't know how well you can see it here. Got the vent hood above us. You know, it's not huge amount of bread. It's plenty for one person. In my experience, this is actually enough bread for 2 people. In my kit, I keep 1 cup of flour, 1 spoon of baking powder, and just a pinch of salt in mine. Sometimes a pinch of sugar, just depends on how I'm feeling. And that's plenty of bread for me. But when me and the wife go out or whatever, I usually try and double up the recipe. Like I said, this one's got jalapeno and cheese summer sausage in it. It's going to be actually pretty incredible. You know, I don't know if you can see it down there. It's starting to hiss a little bit. But about 5 minutes, bottom side will be ready. Like I say, keep it around a medium heat. You don't want to get too hot. If your stovetop burns a little hotter, you know, turn it down, you know, to about a 4 or 5. That's where I keep mine. If you were doing this outside, you'd want to find a couple of rocks and set the sides of the pan underneath here. Set them up on the rocks so that they wouldn't be directly down on it. That'll help keep the heat in the bottom of the pan evenly distributed. You don't want a hot spot on it. This is incredibly hard to do if you have a gas stove. Fortunately, mine's electric, so you know, it's a little easier to distribute the heat across the bottom. Like I say, we'll give this about 5 minutes on this side. I'll get back with you right about the time we're going to flip it over. Alright, let's open this up. It's been about 5 minutes or so, maybe 6. Let's open this up and see just what we got going on here. Lay this little rag up here on top. Ooh, look at that smoke. Alright, looks like it's forming up nice. A little smoke, maybe a little brown on the bottom. I don't know, we're about to find out. Let's give it a flip. Oh yeah, a little brown on the bottom, but not too bad. Now we're going to do the same thing on this other side here. Really need to lift that out and spray that with a little oil. I'm going to do that and I'll get right back with you. Alrighty, we got a few little burnt spots on there. We probably could have used a little bit more oil. Those few little burnt spots aren't going to be no big deal. I want to show you something here. Alright, just look at that right there. Hear that good thud sound? Now the outside of this bread's usually a little bit tough. But it's a survival food. It's not something that, you know, your average, and I say average, your average person eats on a daily basis. Someone like me, you know, me and my family, we love this sort of stuff. So we eat it fairly regular. I'm sure there's people out there who can say they eat it daily, and I'm sure there's people out there who've never tried it. But you know, overall, it's a great food to carry out on the survival trips with you, bug out, whatever you know, camping, just whatever you're doing. Bread's one of the hardest things to actually come about in the wild. I mean, it's a luxury item, if you will. Meat's everywhere if you know where to look. Vegetables everywhere if you know where to look. Bread takes a little work, takes a little thought. Alright, we're going to let this cook for about 5 minutes on the other side, and I'll get back with you when we got the finished product. Alright, another 5 minutes has passed. We got it out. Look at that. Nice bread texture. Spongy, not gooey. Nice and moist. You know, like I said, a little bit of burnt edges, but primitive cooking, you're going to deal with that. I've seen people cook this on a flat rock, and you know, it's just something you'll have to deal with. But it's not bad, it really isn't. You can see big chunks of summer sausage in that. Incredible batch of bread. Alright, there you have it. Look at that. Alright, there you have it. Plain, simple, easy recipe anybody can make. My 8-year-old daughter can make this recipe. Real simple. It all comes down to how you prefer to cook it. Me personally, Dutch oven, top of the line. Dutch oven's the multi-tool of the kitchen, man. Whether that kitchen's indoors or out. There's a million things you can cook with a Dutch oven, and every one of them is bound to be incredible. This has been another episode of Corn-Fed Bushcraft, and until next time.